Hello there, and welcome to the 9th episode of English Podcast with Ashish Khanna, Series-2. Let me start by asking you a question. Who shapes the person you are the most? Parents or other family members are probably at the top of the list for many people. But a close second place is very likely to go to a teacher. Some of the most influential and successful people in the world have a teacher in their childhood to thank for their success. Let's look at some examples. Can you imagine life without a personal computer? Well, without two of Bill Gates' high school teachers, that could be our world today. Gates' math teacher, Fred Wright, asked him to push himself just a little bit harder. Maybe that's why the founder of Microsoft sometimes slept under his desk in the office instead of going home to relax after work. And his drama teacher, Annie Stephens, helped him discover a love of the spotlight when she made the sometimes withdrawn schoolboy the star of the school play. Gates thanked his teacher, saying, "There is no way there would be a Microsoft without them doing what they did." And he is not the only one. Oprah Winfrey, the famous talk show host, actress, and TV producer, was inspired by her 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Duncan. Because of her, Oprah says, she felt she could take on the world. Oprah thinks the best teachers create a spark for learning that lives with you from then on. It's hard to argue with that. For some children, teachers are the only positively influential people in their lives. Antwone Fisher, a best-selling writer, grew up in foster homes and didn't have many adults that he could trust. But a primary school teacher, Mrs. Prophet, was the first adult he ever trusted. He says she was the first person who ever spoke to him with respect, and that being with her for 3 years made all the difference for him. There are 1,000 more stories like this from famous people and ordinary people all across the world. That's why UNESCO celebrates teachers on the 5th of October every year. UNESCO wants us to remember that education is a basic human right and every child should have free education. UNESCO hopes to train 69 million new teachers by 2030 so that everyone can go to school, because sadly 269 million children in the world today are not in school because there aren't enough teachers. Those children are often in places where life is already very difficult because they live in poor areas or far away from cities and towns, or they are escaping war in their own countries. So if you have a teacher, you're one of the lucky ones. One day you'll probably look back at your life, your successes, the dreams you have made come true, or the difficult things you have survived. The chances are high that you will find a teacher's words have helped you achieve these things. Perhaps you already know who that teacher will be. Why not find them and say thank you to them on the next World Teachers Day? I hope you enjoyed listening to the podcast. Thank you for taking time out. Have a great day.